How's it going, everyone? Pause here. And I got some. I'm pretty sure a lot of you guys know, at least those who follow me on Twitter. This hand is alright. This hand, however, is not. And a lot of people were wondering how exactly this happened. And for those people who aren't aware, I fractured my thumb, which is why I'm wearing this. And let's just say it's a good thing that I am not a console player because I can still hold the mouse. It's still good. I'm It's really awkward to play games. I'm still playing games, but there was some stuff that I was wanting to play. Like, for instance, this, which I cannot anymore because it requires a controller. And I don't know if I will because by the time my thumb is healed, the Olympics will not be relevant. And I also wanted to play this, which sucks. But I'll still put. I will be playing the Wonderful 101 regardless. But basically, it's starting to. I don't know if you guys could see, like, the little fuzzies around it. It's starting to go all gross and dark and everything. It's only been on for 3 days. I got to go in on Friday to see how long it goes on. Basically, there is a chip in my bone, so it's fractured. It's not broken, but fractures are pretty fucking painful though. So let's tell the story, okay? I brought Zelda to go see my lovely fiance at her work. I was actually picking her up after work because one of her coworkers really wanted to see Zelda. So, I brought Zelda, I put her in the back of the car, and basically I got a text from her saying, "Hey, come at 5:45 because it's she's going to be a little bit late." And so I did. I didn't. I went as because I was supposed to pick up for at 5:30 and not 5:45. So I left and I got the text as soon as I was in the car and the car started. I was like, whatever, I'll just go there like another 15, 20 minutes early and just sit in the back and play with Zelda. So as soon as I get there, I go in the back. Because I don't put her in the front seat. She's very hairy and sheds a lot, so we try and keep her in the back where there's a blanket. So I go in the back seat, I play with her and just petting her and just, being the dog owner I am, talking with her and being all awkward and, "Oh, who's a cute little Zelda?" And then, and I look at the time, I was like, okay, I'll probably get in the front seat here because Andrew's going to be out in like 2 or 3 minutes here. And so I step out of the car and Zelda's on a leash at this point. I'm gonna have to probably put her on, like, I'll explain a little bit and I'll talk about what's gonna happen. So I get out of the car. Zelda just sneaks behind my back, and I'm like, fuck. And the first thing I do is, because she has her leash on, is I try and dive for, not like jump or anything, but I try and reach to the ground. And basically what happened was, pretend this is my good thumb and pretend this is the ground. I went to go reach for it, and instead of me grabbing the leash, my thumb bent backwards, and I heard this really loud pop, and I felt it as well. And at the time, it was painful. I was just like, shit. And of course, adrenaline is pumping through your veins and everything, so it's not as painful as it is when you're settling down. And I had to chase her around the block, and like Zelda, as a husky, she's never going to be a dog that you could just let off her leash. And I don't know how she managed to sneak by me, but she did. And she ran around the block. And this is like like a strip mall and everything. And, she's running around the block. And I eventually had to, I didn't call it quits or anything, but, I was in pain. And luckily, she ran around the block to where our car is. And luckily, there was this other customer who noticed me chasing her. And so she's waiting around the corner. And of course, Zelda, being the friendly dog she is, she saw this person and that knelt to the ground and was like, "Come here." And so thankfully she went over to that lovely lady. I don't know who you are, and I'm fairly certain you don't know who I am. So if by any chance you guys may have heard of a story or something like that in Duncan where the woman saved a husky, say thanks. So after that, I put her. I obviously thanked the lady, and she's like, "Yeah, you ran around the block pretty fast." And she was pretty surprised we were already there and everything. And I grabbed her leash, put Zelda back in the car, and Zelda, she knew she was in trouble because she did not want to look at me in the face. And the first thing that I do is I text Andrew. I'm like, I'm fairly certain I just broke my thumb. So I'm pretty much just sitting there, and the adrenaline has, you know, just disappeared because I'm no longer chasing her, fearing for my freaking dog's life that she's either A, gonna run in the forest, or B, get ran over by a car because we were in a parking lot. So after after that, I was just standing out there, and I was just trying to keep my thumb elevated because it was getting really, really swollen at the time. And of course, you know, if you keep your hand elevated, the blood's not gonna be able to go up. So I did what I could in a situation like that. I didn't touch it. I just left it as is. We go to the we end up going back to my place, and uh Andrea dropped off the dog, and we went to the emergency because it was pretty late at night. It was 6 p.m. at on a Sunday there. And so we waited all this and did the whole x-rays and everything. And of course the doctor, after that I go to the waiting room, and then they call me back in, and the doctor comes up and oops, I hit my freaking pop filter. Anyways, he's asking everything, and he's like pressing all these points and asking if it hurts. And he goes like this. He wait, yeah, you can see my thumb. He bends it and is like, "Yeah, it's not broken or anything." I was like, and he's like just saying, "I can go home," and all that. I'm like, "Well, this is the most painful sprain ever." And so we're going home. It's still pretty painful, and of course, as soon as I get in, I cut off my wristband for the hospital, and I get a phone call saying that the doctor then looked at, or the hand surgeon took a look at the X-rays and noticed that there is a chip in my bone there, and he said that I don't technically need the cast. He said it is in a good place, but they highly recommend it. So here I am wearing this, and that is the story of what the hell just happened of fracturing my thumb, which is awesome. Luckily with this one, like I said, it's not 100% necessary. I mean, I'm pretty sure it's necessary, but I'm able to take it off in shower so I don't stink or anything like that. And so, unfortunately, this is kind of delaying some stuff for my channel. Like I said, I wanted to do some Wii U games because controller, but it's hard to. I can't even bend my thumb at all. Like that's how friggin' painful it's still swollen. It's still swollen, and it's really bruised. Like here, I'll show you if I can. I don't know if you'll be able to see. Yeah, this is gonna suck to put back on. It was in a Took me a while to get this on after I showered. It's hard to do it by yourself. Ooh. So yeah, that's basically the cast. It's just fiberglass and everything. And yeah, I don't know. I don't think it's that swollen anymore. But here, let's see. You can still see how it's like the knuckle part is really swollen, and I can't bend it. And I don't know if you can see that. Let's see. Let's see if it'll focus. I don't know if you can see how bruised it is too. Same with like right there on my thumb and everything. Oh yeah, you love my shirt too. You love my shirt. But yeah, like I said, I gotta go wait on Friday and then talk with the I don't know why plastic surgeon. I guess they're very knowledgeable with fractures and everything. So that's pretty much what the hell happened. I got some other news. Tomorrow, which is Thursday, I'm gonna be recording Rust with Rob, so that'll be coming out. Yes, I can still play Rust. I've been practicing with my one hand, and yeah, that's pretty much it. I just want to let you guys know, like the little story about my thumb, and let you guys know that Rust is quite literally around the corner, and I'm super excited for that. And then hopefully my thumb is okay by March. I have, like I said, the doctor will give me all the news because there's quite a few games that I'm really excited for, and I'm not entirely certain if I can play them, at least to the full potential that I want. I know Titanfall is coming out. There's the Resident Evil 4 remake. At least I think so. Let me just check. It's on. Come on, where are you? Ah, yes. Resident Evil 4 comes out. It's a HD remake of the old Resident Evil, of course, and that comes out on February 27th. And obviously, I want to play with the controller for that because keyboards and well, maybe we'll see. I have no idea. Anyways, this thumb sucks. Seems like I'm having a lot of freaking bad luck recently. So yeah, that's the story of my life, and Hope you guys enjoyed the story of how I fractured my thumb, I guess. And hope you're excited for Rust because it's gonna be friggin' awesome. Now give me your tuna, Jimmy.